What's up, y'all? This is Ron P from Wise Guy Bets coming to you with a little betting preview before the Martinsville 500 race tonight. Today's date is Wednesday, 6/10/2020. It's a quick turnaround for NASCAR. They had a race on Sunday, which Kevin Harvick won. So we're right back at it again tonight, which is Wednesday. Uh, what you see right now is some of the current odds for drivers to win the race. Kyle Busch plus 470. He's been basically the favorite all year long. He has to pull one off sooner or later. Martin Truex plus 550. Brad Keselowski plus 650. Both of those drivers have won a race this year. Denny Hamlin plus 800 has won also. Joey Logano plus 950 has won a couple. And Chase Elliott plus 1,000 and Ryan Blaney plus 1,100. He's on the pole. Kevin Harvick last week's was Sunday's winner plus 1,200. He's starting 10th. So Martinsville, a very interesting track. Out of 142 Cup races there in the history of the track, the pole position is won 21 times, which is almost 15%. If you're on the front row, you've won, there's 36 wins for drivers that start on the front row, which is 25.35%. If you start in the top five, you almost win at a 52% rate. And if you start in the top 10, you win 72.54, which is a great percentage. If you start outside the top 20, you basically win at a 5% clip. Only 7 wins out of 142 Cup events. Tonight's top 10 starters are Ryan Blaney, Eric Almirola, Joey Logano, Clint Bowyer, Martin Truex, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Alex Bowman, Kurt Busch, and Kevin Harvick. Got some great drivers in there. Career-wise at this track, Jimmie Johnson is the best at this track. He has, for his career, 109.8 driver rating. Denny Hamlin is close behind, 107.2. Jimmie Johnson is starting 21 tonight. Denny Hamlin is starting 12th tonight. And you got Cal and Brad that are very close. Let's look at Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has 2 wins in the Cup Series, 16 top 5s, 17 top 10s. His average finish is 12.069. His driver rating, as we mentioned earlier, is 104.1, which is third best. And he's led a lot of laps. Ryan Blaney, he's on the pole tonight. He has 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s. His average finish is 12.875. His driver rating is 94.2. And he has 154 quality passes. He is sort of a specialist at this track. Ryan Blaney is going to be there. Wouldn't be surprised if he didn't win the race. He's going to be there. I definitely expect him to finish in the top 10. We got Jimmie Johnson on the list just because he's so good at this track. His starting position is 21, and the odds of him winning based on the numbers is hard. Only 5% of drivers in all of the races have won starting past the position of 20. Only 7 wins starting past the position of 20. But Jimmie Johnson has 9 wins, 19 top 5s, 24 top 10s. He has to get a win sooner or later. That may be tonight. What I do not like about Jimmie Johnson is his last 6 races. He started outside the top 10. Highest finish position is 12th. 2 of his 9 wins come from starting position outside of the top 10, though. So we cannot count Jimmy out. I think he's a lock for DFS, which is daily fantasy sports, for cash or tournaments, because he's going to make up some positions, and I expect him to finish in the top 10. Eric Almirola has a starting position of 2. He has 1 top 5 finish 3 times. 3 times in the top 5 starting position in the last 3 years. He hasn't done well with those 3 times he's been in the top 5 starting position. But he does have 4 top 10 finishes. His average finish is 21.59. His driver rating since 2018 is 90.2. His laps led is 56. That could increase tonight. He's starting in the position of 2, so he could lead some laps tonight. Let's move on to Joey Logano, who's starting in 3rd. Top 5 finishes 6, top 10 finishes 10. Average finish is 13.18. His driver rating since 2018 is 106.6. Laps led 830. He won at this track in 2018, finishing the top 10 in 3 of his last 4 races here. Joey's always going to be there, pushing the envelope. Let's move on to Clint Bowyer, starting in position number 4. He has 6 top 5s. He has 16 top 10s. His average finish position is 14.29. Driver rating since 2018 is 104.8. Laps led is 572. He won a race in 2018, starting from the 9th position. Last race he had did not finish. He did not finish the last race. I think hasn't finished the race in 2 times out of all the times he ran. So he usually finishes, but last race he didn't finish. Let's move on to Martin Truex, one of the hottest drivers out there, starting in 5th position. He has 6 top 5s. He has 12 top 10s. His average finish is 17.39. His driver rating since 2018 is 115.4, which is the highest of any driver since 2018. He's led 726 laps. He has finished in the top 10 in 7 out of his last races when his starting position was 10 or better. So he's definitely you can lock him in probably at the top 10. Maybe he can get out there and lead a few laps and get some fastest laps, and he has a chance to win the race also. The guy I'm looking at is starting in 6th position, Brad Keselowski. He has 9 top 5 finishes. He has 14 top 10 finishes. His average finish is 10.85. His driver rating since 2018 is 114.6, which is second only to Martin Truex Jr. He has led 883 laps. He has finished in the top 10 in his last 8 races at Martinsville, winning 2 of those races. This is his track. And what I like about Brad, he's won 2 races already this year. They seem to be all in with taking as far as they can go. They taking some chances, calculated chances, and they're working. I don't even think they have to take a calculated chance this race. Just stay on the track. He's so good at this track, he can probably win it. Going to move on to Alex Bowman at position number 8. This is a guy that I automatically fade. In daily fantasy sports, I'm fading him. I think he has no chance to win this race based on his short track history. He has a great starting position, but based on his history, I think he drops back out of the top 10, maybe out of the top 15. He has 0 top 5 finishes here. He has 1 top 10 finish. His average finish is 24.00. His driver rating since 2018 is 71.1. He's led 145 laps. This is his first time starting in the top 10. His average start has been 24.5. His average finish has been 24.0. His best starting position prior to this race was 14th. His best finish was 7th. He finished 37th in Bristol earlier this year, which is another short track, which should probably give you an idea of how he runs on these tracks. I think he'll run better than his 37th, but I do think he would drop back. Let's move on to Kurt Busch, starting 9th. He has 3 top 5 finishes and 7 top 10 finishes here. His average finish position is 20.38. His driver rating since 2018 is 91.3. Laps led, 464. Kurt is going to be there. He has a lot of top 10 finishes this year. He's won this race 2 times, and both times he won the race, he started outside the top 10. In his last 5 races at this track, his highest finish is 6. So, not winning in recent history at this track, but he's still top 15, top 10, and which is good. Kevin Harvick, he's starting position 10. I think Kevin Harvick is the best driver in NASCAR right now. He's at his peak and he's riding it out. He's showing it. Anytime if he can stay close in stage 4, I think he has a chance to win the race. He won Sunday's race. He dominated stage 4. I mean, it was just a total domination. At this track, he has 5 top 5 finishes. He has 19 top 10 finishes. His average finish is 14.86. His driver rating since 2018 is 97.2. He's led 628 laps. He has finished in the top 5 in his last 5 races at this track. The one time he won here, his starting position was 9th, which is similar to the starting position he has tonight. One more driver I want to throw here is Denny Hamlin, starting position number 12. Hamlin has 3 of his 7 wins at this track, starting outside the top 10, which is real good. He hasn't won at this track since 2015, but hey, Denny Hamlin is one of the better drivers right now, and you can't count him out. So my angle tonight, I'm looking at Brad Keselowski. I really like Brad on this track. I like how he's racing with confidence. I like how he's willing to put his nose in there and to be in it every week. What I focus on NASCAR is I focus on the prop bets between the drivers. Brad Keselowski versus Bowman, whoever it is. Whoever finishes first is the one who wins that prop bet. That's what I like to focus on in NASCAR, and I've done pretty well with that. And Brad is my guy tonight. He got some favorable matchups that I'm definitely laying some money down on. To win the race, I think Brad has some excellent odds to win the race. He's plus 650. I like that. I like Cal at plus 470. I like Blaney at plus 1100. I like Harvick at plus 1200. So Brad came in a few weeks ago at plus 1200. Can't beat that. But at him at plus 650 on this track, I like that. So, hey, you have to figure out how you want to attack this card in NASCAR and make some money off of it. I got a little plan going that I'm going to use, and I can't wait to see the race tonight. So, hey, that's a little pre-race preview about Martinsville tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked it, hit like, hit subscribe. I try to bring these on a day of a NASCAR race. I'm bringing you free picks every day from whatever sport is going on. I've been betting a lot on the KBO, so I've been giving free picks on the KBO. We got all sports getting ready to start back up. We got golf starting tomorrow. We got NBA starting on July 31st. It looks like we got soccer that's going to be starting soon, July 8th, I think. So, hey, we're going to talk a little everything and mess with a little everything till everything's fully back up and running. But hey, yeah, that's my NASCAR preview for tonight. This is Ron P. from Wise Guy Bets. See you guys later.